One. We are live. You ready?
Sure.
Hey, there you are. You handsome.
Hey.
You
Oh,
handsome
am I
southern.
here?
I see you.
Oh,
See.
hello.
I see.
I didn't
Hello.
see you there.
I know. Yeah, I didn't see you there either.
You you took me entirely by surprise.
Oh my. All right. Well,
Yes,
this is
yes.
episode 14 of the Sunflounder Chronicles.
That's right, it is.
And
I'm Jester Dujour.
and I am
Did it?
Broham and I
Sorry.
No, you're good. I thought you were going to add your first name there.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm Jesse.
Oh, nice.
I guess we use both names on this, don't we?
Hey, after today, I'm going to refer to you as the big dog.
Oh, oh, that may be too much of a name now.
Jesse, Jester du jour, the big dog, first of his name. King, king of
Kingslayer.
Kingslayer. Oh man, that's funny. I am
Oh,
I am Brohammington, or Ken, but
yeah.
yeah, we had a pretty eventful weekend.
Yeah, it was nice. We got to play quite a bit this weekend, which is always a good time.
Got to play
You know.
our favoriteest of card games, dominoes.
Yeah, yeah.
the
See, you in for that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
I like Domino's. Domino's pizza
Yeah.
specifically.
Is that okay? So I have never. We should probably talk about this off mic at some point. You're gonna have to teach me how to play dominoes because I don't think I ever realized that there are actual rules to like an actual game. I just thought they're like just little things to play with.
Oh right, yeah. So lucky for you, Lycos and
Hmm.
I are quite the domino players.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But anyways, off of dominoes,
Yeah.
on to Lorcana. We can play dominoes some other time. Uh,
Well, welcome back to Domino Chat.
yeah. He is your host. You love him. You know him. Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
The so yeah,
But yeah, so we played Lorcana this weekend.
we did.
Sorry, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna say yesterday I noticed that you were taking a lot of pictures instead of turning cards sideways.
Yesterday we were at one of our local stores. Uh, one of, I don't know, dare I say, my favorite store in town. One Drop.
Shout out to them.
They
I got him on
they
the.
hosted a win-a-box. Oh wow, it's right there on your sleeve.
Whoa! It's almost like they sponsor our team or something.
Almost like. Uh, but they hosted a win-a-box yesterday,
Yeah.
and I have had recent not so fun experiences with win-a-box competitions, so I just
Oh,
didn't really want to deal with that.
right.
But I still wanted to like go and hang out and whatnot. So yeah, I took a bunch of pictures. They're somewhere.
They they're coming. Don't you guys?
Yeah,
Don't you guys?
they'll be posted at some point.
Yeah.
Some of them,
So
if any of them are good.
right. So make sure you follow Jester Du jour on Bluesky and his
Hmm.
non-existent Twitter page.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to follow me on Twitter, that's perfectly fine. Um, it'll make you feel better. It won't do anything for me, but it'll make you feel better that you're following me on Twitter. If you follow me on Bluesky, though, that's where the action is.
There it is. Well,
Yeah.
now we know where to look for those photos at. So, yeah, the Winnow box yesterday.
Yes.
What did you think of the meta at the Winnow box? It was pretty. I think it was pretty diverse. I want to hear what you think.
It
I want to hear your
was.
thoughts.
It was very diverse. I thought at least
Right.
there was what there was nine of you, I believe.
Yes, I do believe so.
And we might even have, do we have a graphic?
I do have a graphic. Do you want me to pull it up? There, let's
I
pull it up.
mean, we can. We might as well jump right into it.
Yeah.
At the Winnabox yesterday, there were nine players. Of those nine players, there were only two sets of colors that had more than one deck,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
There were two yesterday Two yesterday, I believe, that were Amber Emerald, and two that were Blurple.
Right.
Aside from that, everybody was doing their own thing, which was pretty neat to see.
Trying to get it.
Hey, there we are.
Yeah, I have it pulled up over us, which is not very ideal, but
Well,
it'll work.
it's fine. It'll work for now.
Yeah. Right. It was just a quick.
Good enough for government work.
Yeah. It's just a quick graphic so people can see. So we had a pretty diverse breakdown here. One amber steel, one emerald amethyst,
Mm-hmm.
two blue purple. I was one of those.
Yeah.
One amethyst.
And
steel.
you faced the other one.
I did.
I think almost right away. No, round 2.
It was my round 2.
Because they had the bye round 1.
Yes, and it was a good match.
Yeah.
Shout out to Uriah.
It looked like a good one.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. One blue red, one ruby emerald,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty sweet. Two emerald.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Cruz? We're going over the
Oh,
box.
Cruz is here.
Yeah, Cruz up in the chat. What? Oh, here. I probably need to share my screen with you. That way you can see the chat, right?
Oh, don't worry. I am watching myself on Twitch.
Oh.
I'm watching myself like 30 seconds behind, and it's not at all messing with me.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, so two emerald amber and one amber steel. So this was the breakdown from the winner box yesterday. And we did 4 rounds, top 4 cut, and I do believe that the top 4 were emerald amethyst was one of them, paired against ruby sapphire. And then we had the amber steel player, which was Lycos. Shout out to her. So amber steel versus the emerald amber discard list, and then ruby sapphire won and amber steel won, and then they ended up splitting the finals, which is ideal for both parties.
Yeah.
So yeah, so really good event. It was fun, and essentially the only reason we ran it is because one of the shops had to reschedule their event. But yeah, so it was a pretty good event. It was a very diverse meta, so that was good. And
yeah, it's always great seeing a lot of variation.
Right.
You know, it feels less good walking into a room and there's a whole bunch of one color combination.
Oh yeah, that's
you
atrocious.
Not to foreshadow anything or anything like that.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, the winner box, really cool event. Shout out to One Drop Game Shop for throwing that on last minute too. That was really good of them. You know, really neat of them. And, you know, by far one of my favorite shops in town.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, so then we went from the winner box yesterday to set champs today, and we are like 2 hours past when I left there. So, you know.
I left when you did.
Yeah, so yeah, really fun event. Do you want to go over your deck list?
I mean,
let's see.
I want to say just first and foremost, this is all that matters, right?
Oh,
we'll go into the deck list. We'll go into the actual overall day and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, he came home with me. So
you got your.
There we go.
Got your top 8 promo first try. Look at you, dude.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Hey, you know what? Feels good, man. Yeah. But yeah, we can definitely go over. Yeah, we'll say quote unquote my deck list.
Yeah.
I guess I took it and I brought it. But it's Churn of Dogs, man. I've been on that Amber Emerald kind of color combo for a while. I've been trying to do my own thing with it. It's never really worked out too well for me. So finally I was like, you know what? Someone else has done all the work. Let's see what they did.
Absolutely.
And it worked out pretty nice. I believe I sent it to you if you wanted to pull that up as well.
The deck
But
list? The deck list?
yeah,
Yeah, let's
yeah,
take a look at your deck list here, dude.
sure,
So
man.
I know that your name is not Joel Shalati or
No, I am not Joel
Shadeli.
Shadeli.
Shadeli. But
But shout out to them.
yeah.
Hey, it's a killer list.
And you
Also, man, I should have paid a lot more attention because now I feel very silly for complaining about halfway through my day and going, man, I haven't seen a single Baloo yet.
right.
I guess there's a reason.
Yeah, I think that the reason might be something to do with you're not playing them.
Yeah, yeah. Turns out I didn't want to see him. If I had, that would have been bad.
So this is I do like that you're playing this deck list for two reasons, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My first reason I love you playing this deck list is, like you said earlier, you have been on Amber Emerald for almost majority of this set.
Yeah.
So you're still being loyal to your colors, you know?
Yeah, of course.
So I mean, like,
I'll bleed yellow and green. Oh
my gosh.
I should probably go to the doctor.
The second reason I love you on this list is you are a very I would put you in at a very good grade, right, of aggro players.
Well, thank you.
So, like, out of all the aggro players that I know around our locals, I put you in the top tier of them.
Oh my goodness.
And
well,
and that's.
Do you hear that, Wichita? He's calling y'all trash because if I'm in the top tier,
I said of aggro players.
That's a pretty low.
I said.
Oh, okay.
I said
just of the aggro players. All right.
So I think it's you and Manny.
Okay. Yeah.
But no, the
who who is also great. Like, don't get me wrong.
No, he's amazing.
And I enjoy playing against them.
My favorite.
A lot.
My favorite thing today was.
And I'm not just saying that because he better be watching this right now. Hey, jump in the chat. You better get in here. You said you were going to be playing. You said you were going to be watching, so I'm holding you accountable.
So
right now, I better see you in chat.
That's hilarious. So there is a very specific moment of today of yours that I would like to highlight.
Okay.
And so I'm.
Are we talking round 3?
We are talking. So we're gonna go back to our pretty faces for a minute.
Okay.
Because I wanna set the tone of story time with Uncle Jesse.
Oh yeah, story time. All right.
So I want you to. So for the players that didn't see this happen, I want you to explain your matchup against Steel Song.
Oh yeah,
and you know the very. I don't want to spoil it because I want you to tell the story.
Yeah, so my round 3 today was against Steel Song, which I've had some experience playing against Steel Song, right? Especially even with this deck, specifically playing against Lycos 14, who is incredible, and I cannot beat her. I have tried multiple times, and I get close every once in a while, but it's a good deck.
Yes.
Today, I played against a different Steel Song player, who, to be fair and to add context, apparently had not really been staying up to date and wasn't really aware of this deck, sort of as this deck has been going around the internet. So they were caught a little bit off guard. The first thing, my opening hand against them, the first game, I believe, I had 3 of those 2-drop Ursulas. Right, so it's just like, no, I know going into it game 1, like, I already know you're playing Steel Song, so of course we're gonna hold on to those.
Those are pretty good cards against Steel Song.
Yeah, they put in some work. But game two, man, after I was able to win game one, but game two, we got to a point where it was actually pretty close, kind of going back and forth. I think I was up, I mean, it was like maybe 12 to 11 sort of lore on the lore count, right?
Yep.
But I was able to start getting a wide enough board. I had, I believe, 5 characters out, and my opponent hit me with a whole new world. So I get a new hand, and in that hand I've got 5 ink. In that hand is, I believe, a Daisy Duck, a Cursed Merfolk, a whole bunch of other stuff that I don't care too much about, and the 7-drop Tramp.
That's a good card.
So we're able to get to a point where I put out the 2 1-drops, so I have 7 characters on board. I start playing the Tramp for free, am able to cycle out enough cards. I must have started with 7. Anyways, had enough cards in my hand to begin with, cycled out enough cards, was able to find a Chernabog and a second Tramp, played the second Tramp for free, now cycled through another 8, found a third Tramp, played it for free, cycled through another 9, went through a total of 24 cards just in that one play to fill up my discard. There was probably at least a good 30 cards because, like, the game had been going for a couple turns already.
Right.
Dropped Turnabog, filled my draw deck all the way back up, hit the 3 Ursulas into, I believe he had an aerial, that was one of his singers out. So 1, 2, 3 Ursulas into that to get rid of it, but they each have 2, so they're staying on the board. Quested with anything else that wasn't wet. So got up to like 19, either 19 or 18, somewhere right in there, with the 3 Tramps and Chernabog already, and just your turn.
just hit him with the just looking at your 6 or 7 cards in hand, your 15 characters on the field, and just being like, your move.
Yep.
Yeah,
it did the epitome of what I love Emerald cards in particular to do,
right.
which is just, cause a whole lot of mess, look your opponent in the eye and say, what are we going to do about this?
Yeah, absolutely, because Steel Song's not playing B preps.
No.
So
not unless they took a highlighter to it.
It's called there's a new Amber Steel Duel Link card called Surprised, or Surprise, and all it is just be prepared with Sharpie all over it.
Yeah, it's an Amber Steel Duel Link. It's called Still Prepared.
It's still prepared. Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that brief moment, because because not to talk about how my Steel Song experiences went, because they're not nearly as impressive as playing 3 2 7 characters, a 9/9, and whatever else you said, Daisy, Daisy Smee, and all that other jazz,
Right.
But yeah, that was quite the play. So this is the first major tournament that you played Chernadogs in, am I right?
That is correct, yes.
And given your experience with Chernadogs today, would you run it back?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think I've got one more set champs in me that I'm going to be able to make.
Okay.
And I'm not going to be coy about it. Looking at the chat here, I think I recognize quite a few of these names. You're all going to be seeing me there on the 17th at One Drop. Shout them out
Yep.
for the set champs. I'm probably going to be playing the exact same deck. Come stop me.
And you know what they say: if you can't run with the big dogs, stay on the porch.
That's right. We're off the leash. Arf, arf.
Hey, I like it. I like it. Yeah. So, so C Train in this chat says, "Be prepared, brother." What are your words for? What are your words for C Train about that? Be prepared.
Hey, you know what? You enjoy that card while you can, man. You know.
Yeah.
Next, be prepared. I might just eat it.
Oh.
So.
Hey, because dogs do be eaten.
That's right.
Dogs do be. Dog's gonna eat your homework. All right. So.
Let's see how Jafar you go, brother. All right, that's funny.
Yeah.
They're calling you out.
Yeah. So Alpha, so me and Alpha, we hang out at DLCs together. We were
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we were two people that played Jafar, two different variations of Jafar actually at DLC Fort Worth. So
okay.
Yeah, so we were kind of just like hanging out, doing what, just like just talking about Jafar business,
Right.
So this is the list that I took today.
Yeah. Speaking of Jafar.
Whoops, that is supposed to be hidden. We'll hide yours. Here it is.
Hey, that's not yours.
No, it's actually Zan Syed's.
Oh. Okay.
So everybody knows Zan, and everybody knows that Zan won the event in Arkansas with Jafar Wheel. And so
that's what they tell me.
I actually just wanted to see how this deck would do. Honestly, I predicted that there was a lot more Ruby Amethyst that was going to show up today. And it turns out that most of the room was Steel Song. So my only two losses today were from Steel Song.
Fair enough. But
yeah, I mean the list is pretty straightforward, and if you haven't listened to Zan's podcast about it, he breaks the deck list way better than what I can. But the deck is extremely solid. Alpha, I will have to message you on Facebook to get your Ruby Amethyst Jafar list because that's actually very interesting.
Ruby Amethyst Jafar.
Yeah, dude, this guy's a madman. This guy has made.
That's very interesting,
dude. This guy has made a color pairing with Jafar, or he has put Jafar in every possible ink color combination that you can possibly think of. Like, he's played Blurple Jafar. He's out here playing Emerald Amethyst Jafar. He's played this Jafar list, Amethyst Sapphire. Or yeah, I've already said Blurple. Amber. I think he's even done like Amber Amethyst Jafar. Dude, he's a madman.
Yeah.
But yeah, but Steel Song was everywhere today. I lost in top 4 to Steel Song. It was pretty rough. But Cruz played really well.
But
yeah,
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, he played really well. He had an answer for everything I tried to do. So I mean, like, I think he ended up using Pete 3 turns in a row on me. You can't really.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you can't really do.
That
was a nightmare, is what that was, to be honest with
you.
Hey,
you kind of need actions, man.
A little bit,
At least kind of looking at your deck, the way I understand it to work, I think you need those.
Well, yeah. So I mean, like, obviously Jafar, you want to sing Whole New World, and that's cream of the crop or whatever. But like some of the lines in this list are actually really cool. Like I had, I was at 18. I was at 18 in one game when I had a Jafar, Cobra, and a lamp on the or not Jafar, Genie. I had Genie, Cobra, and lamp, and I ended up drawing for turn. I think I don't have any cards in my hand at this point. So I draw for turn, I banish the lamp, bounce my own Cobra, and then replay it to win. or whatever. So I mean, like,
Goodness.
yeah. So you just quest for the 2. You go to 18. You pop the lamp, replay the Cobra, and it's pretty cool. But there was a
Yeah.
yeah. So it's a really cool list. It's really fun. If there are a lot of Steel Song in your local meta, I
Hmm.
do not recommend this deck. I will very much say that any Steel Song match that I had with this particular list was atrocious to play against.
Yeah.
So, but yes, the anyways, I lost in top 4 to Cruz, who ended up winning the whole thing. So shout out to
Yeah. Hey, congratulations, Cruz.
yeah, definitely shout out to Cruz. He played a very tight game today, and he had to fight through a lot of mirror matches to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't able to really watch any of the other games today, so I was hoping to catch some, but
Right.
was distracted, and then kind of was distracting myself.
Right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty cool. There was a announcement from PPG the other day that I do want to cover too.
Oh, okay.
Eh,
Are we talking about set champs
we are not.
or
We're talking about
okay?
the July 4th weekend.
Oh yeah, July 4th is coming up.
Right.
Yeah, for those, I'm sure everybody's fully aware. The tournament's coming up July 4th. They're doing the 5K on the 4th, and then the 15th on the 5th, or the
I'm
15th on the 5th.
right. So there's a 5K on the Friday, and then on the Saturday it's a 15K.
Yeah.
And I do believe that Sunday will be the day 2 for the 15K. Is
Okay.
what I am led to believe. The I do have if you I there's in our podcast chat on Discord there is a thing that Lyco sent us.
Yes, I'm looking at that currently.
Okay, so I have that on a slide here. So I this is something I do want to talk about,
Okay.
which is this.
Well, let's talk about it then.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So this is the Pro Play Summit Texas. The Pro Play Summit in Texas,
Hmm.
July 4th weekend, where your LGS can apply for a win-a-buy or what essentially. So
Okay.
it's gonna
So how does that work?
so it would be a tournament kind of it would be a tournament setting,
Hmm.
and the first place winner gets a buy round at the Pro Play Summit in Texas, July 4th weekend. So
Hey, that seems a pretty big advantage.
right, yes, absolutely. So I do want to encourage players, if you plan on going to this, talk to your local game shops, see if they can apply for this to help out their local community who do plan on traveling. So and they have prize support is sent to the stores from PPG, which is first place gets the round buy. Top
Hmm.
top 4 gets awarded PPG branded Dragon Shield sleeves, which is pretty cool. And then top 16 all receive an exclusive Lorcana playmat.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, so I mean lots of cool stuff there, and it's gonna be a really cool event.
That is very cool. Do we know? I'm trying to think. Do we know of kind of where we should be telling our stores to be going for that application? Do they just need to be Googling Pro
I
Play Summit qualifier?
Yeah,
Or
as far as I know, your store just has to message the PPG staff.
okay,
If
fair enough.
if
And more than likely, I assume they probably already are at least somewhat in
right, so
or have
I
that channel.
I know that One Drop has applied for one, so we will be hearing back from me, or I will be hearing back from One Drop come Wednesday on what PPG has told them.
Okay.
So all information is on the socials for the PPG Summit. There it is.
Ah, perfect.
So you just have your LGS, look it up, and yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, very.
But outside of that, we have the 26th. We have the another Lucky Llama event in Arkansas, where
Oh my goodness, is that coming up already? Is that
July? That's in July 26th. So after
July 26th?
So
Okay.
after Texas.
I thought you meant that there was like May 26th.
Nope.
I was like, oh no, that's way too soon.
Yeah. If it was, I would not be going to that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so lots of cool stuff coming up, and lots of new adventures.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to both of those events. Do we have anything exciting going on this week? What's on? What do you think?
This week.
Oh, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Haven.
Okay.
Haven has a question here. One Drop is doing the win-a-buy. They have applied for it.
We'll see.
So, hey, there's Manny in the chat. First time chatting.
Hey, there he is.
Yeah. So, Haven, we have applied for the win-a-buy. We should hear back this week from PPG if it fires. So, and then if it does, then I will be letting the local community know what time that will happen.
They say there's Manny talking about his broomstick. Man, that is what a fun deck. That, at least in my experience, is very annoying to play against. Is that brooms deck?
Right. So yeah, back to future events this week, or things that we are excited for this week.
Yeah.
I do want to touch on something from the summit really quick. So the Forbidden Mountain has more information that should be coming out tomorrow on YouTube, I do believe.
Cool.
So shout out to the
So there will be an announcement tomorrow on Monday from the Forbidden Mountain.
Right, about more information.
And that's the only announcement that's happening this week, right?
Yeah,
there's no other.
There's nothing.
There's no other sort of announcements or anything else big.
Nothing
in the realm of Lorcana that's happening this week, right?
Let me think. Yeah, nothing's coming to mind. Nothing that the viewers would be interested in anyway.
Oh, and cool.
They surely.
Well, it's been a great week.
Yeah. So they most certainly don't want to hear about like worlds or anything along those lines. So,
no.
Yeah. Nothing.
Nah. Nobody cares about that.
No. But no. So they are doing a Lorecast on Tuesday.
That's right. We're stepping into the next chapter.
So I want to know your speculation on what do you think.
All right.
So let me hear what is the thing that you are most hopeful for?
Most hopeful for.
And I know that and chat, we know that there has been leaks. Those are speculated leaks. So until it comes from Ravensburger, I don't want to talk about it.
Yep, that's hey, good call.
So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Something that I'm hoping for, that I'm hopeful for. Obviously, I'm hoping for maybe to start dropping some cards for Reign of Jafar.
Sure, some spoilers.
Like let's get into it. Let's start doing reveal season, baby.
Let's go.
It's such an exciting time. Every set is reveal season. I'm hoping for that. Sorry, go ahead.
This is like your reveal season is your favorite time of the season. Am I correct?
It historically has been.
Okay.
In part because historically I always do bad at tournaments. And so now that I'm like starting to maybe do a little bit better, I'm not sure if it's so unbalanced towards that being my favorite.
Okay.
But also, yeah, this is the time each set where I feel like I have the most to quote unquote do.
Sure.
I build, for those not in the know, I build an Excel spreadsheet. I track every reveal that I find, at least, and essentially it's been partly just a game essentially for me of trying to get what is coming next. I am almost always wrong, especially now that they're not doing them in alphabetical order anymore.
Right.
It is so much more difficult.
Yep.
But I always love when new cards come out, and I love. I'm hoping that maybe some new movies and new properties are being represented. It's been kind of a complaint of mine for a while that there's some older Disney films that are huge to me that have not seen any love.
We're looking at you, Bambi, Fox and the Hound.
Fox and the Hound, man. Give me a Todd card, give me a Copper card. Let's have some fun,
Yep.
and let's cry a little bit,
Yeah.
because
Absolutely.
that movie is really good. Hey Ken?
Yeah.
Hey Brohammington.
Hey, Jester.
What are you looking forward to on Tuesday?
Let me think here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I honestly just want a good, healthy amount of information of are we doing DLCs this year?
Hey, that'd be neat to know.
I just want to know. Are we doing DLCs, or
Yeah.
because PPG's doing this essentially this 20K weekend. Or
Right.
are we gonna do 20Ks throughout the remainder of the year to fill in the slot of DLCs? Let the Asian continent catch up to where we're at set wise, and then get everybody on the same schedule, and then have more DLCs. Like that's
Maybe.
that's really like the biggest part that I want to know is what's the DLC schedule look like, man?
Yeah.
Like
that's fair. You know what I mean? And
I miss my
even if
friends.
they're not doing them this year,
Yeah.
let us know.
Yeah, I mean,
Let us know, because alternatives can maybe be figured out, but we need to know that alternatives are needed.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm getting at. We got people that held off on buying like the early bird pass for the Texas Summit
Mm-hmm.
because they're not sure if DLCs, because some people can only afford to go to one, maybe two large events a year, right?
Yeah.
So if they can,
Hey, you're talking to one.
so if they can only afford to go to two events a year, and they would like both of those events to be DLCs because you get to meet really cool people like the Ravensburger staff,
Yeah.
all of your content creator friends that are out there, like all of those people, like they want to go see those people, so they might not go to, they might hold off on Texas or whatever,
Right.
So I really hope that there's just like a good healthy amount of information, honestly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't think too much information is ever a bad thing when you're talking about something like that.
Right. So we got a chat here that says maybe there'll be a rotation. Like,
interesting.
I know that was one of the speculated.
Is that like so rotation? That's, you're talking about like when you exert your card,
Usually
right?
like rotation.
Because you rotate your card when you exert it.
Right. I think a rotation is like you take your card and you see how fast you can spin in a circle.
Oh, bet. Like you flip it over your knuckles like a coin.
Yeah. Now we're talking. No,
oh man, should I learn sleight of hand?
That would be crazy.
Should I learn sleight of hand just to start messing with cards?
So the now I do hope that there is some form of a set rotation. I'm okay with I'm okay with some of the cards from like the first 3 to 4 sets being rotated out. It will create a brand new meta. There's like if you
There,
got sets from like 5 to 8 or 5 to 9 or whatever the next set, like I don't know. It could be
there would,
very interesting.
dare I say, be a couple of long-standing favorite color combination decks that would cease to exist. And you know what?
I don't know, man.
Good.
I don't know, man. Like we've been saying after set 4 came out and we were like, man, Ruby Sapphires or not Ruby Sapphire, Ruby Amethyst is dead. And then
Yeah.
like a phoenix.
Yeah, we were wrong.
Like a phoenix, it rises from the ashes. That was supposed to be a bird.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a bird. Didn't really work out that well.
That was an incredible bird.
Thank you. But yeah, so that's that. So yeah, we got the Lorecast on Tuesday. Set champs next week, and I do believe that we have it at Wizards Alley.
There is one, yeah. There's one here in town at Wizards Alley. Shout out Wizards Alley.
Yeah.
I unfortunately will not be able to be there. My schedule will not allow it.
Jesse's scared. Jesse's scared of going into enemy territory. That's what I just heard.
Yeah, that's it, buddy. Sure thing, man.
But no, that's that is what is it called? Wizards Alley is home to the Lorcana team here in Wichita. So shout out to those guys. Pretty cool guys.
Hey, good group of fellas.
Good group of handsome looking fellas.
Yeah.
And then yeah, Cruz won the championship, Matt. He's part of that team.
Yes.
So yeah, so pretty cool people. So yeah, set champs. You're not going.
No. Nope. I have other plans that day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
More important than Lorcana.
Sure, man. Hey, I already got all I need this set.
I don't know.
And I'm going to one more where I'm going to get my mat. So,
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Jester Dujour.
Jester Dujour.
Kingslayer. Big dog.
That's right.
First of his name. Yeah. So, but yeah, that'll be a pretty good time. So we have.
Yeah.
And then we have the SSG 5K also. I think is going on to. I think it's finishing up today.
Okay. Where was that at?
It finished today. It's in Southside Gaming. I believe it's in Miami.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That sounds familiar now.
It looks like
that is not the one I was looking at earlier. Okay.
No. And
no.
Zan and Kendall split in the finals. Zan was on Ruby Sapphire and Kendall was on Emerald Amber. I'm not sure what variation. What variation was Kendall on? Was it Emerald Amber? Was it Chernadogs or Kita? Oh, it was Kita Combo.
Kita Combo. Okay.
Yeah. So Emerald Amber, discard Under the Sea.
Yeah.
So,
hey, that Under the Sea, that's a good card.
That deck is highly annoying.
Yeah, I believe it.
What is it that you always say? What is it?
What?
The phrase.
Oh, it's a good deck.
There you go.
That's a good deck.
Yeah, Ariel and Muse's bounce. Yeah, that's
yeah.
Oh man.
Muses, man.
Hey, I hear that.
Not a fan.
I definitely hear that's a good card.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can pretty much say it about just about any card. If it's got the word ward on it, good card.
Yeah. So
pretty much, right?
Yeah, so I was honestly just surprised how much Amber Steel was actually in our meta today.
It was.
I did not.
It was so much more than usual,
dude. I did not anticipate that much. Like, so I told Lycos before we left the house. I said, I know you're on songs. I know Cruz is on songs.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm completely aware of. Everybody else, I'm
Right.
expecting to be
That's
right. I expected most everybody else to be on Ruby Amethyst. So I said, I'm taking Jafar Wheel. And she said,
well. Good luck.
essentially, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
and then I seen how much Amber Steel was in the room, and I immediately soiled my britches.
Yeah.
And
Thankfully, you wore the brown pants today.
yeah, that is
Yeah.
accurate. So, so yeah, it was a good time, man. I had a lot
Yeah.
of fun today. I loved
Hey.
seeing you go 3-0 in Swiss. And then just
Say.
IB lock into top 8.
Listen,
I absolutely loved it. I love to see it.
So I was talking with my wife afterwards. I think those ID draws may have been what killed me.
Yeah.
Is because I went 3-0 and then could ID, so I did, and essentially took 2 hours off playing and just kind of stood around and like took some pictures and whatnot, but mostly
Yeah.
just hung around and didn't think about my deck or what I was there to do.
Right.
And so then jumping immediately back in after Top Cut
Yeah.
and my first round going up against a Ruby Amethyst control deck, like it just I wasn't as locked in as I should have been going in.
That makes sense.
You know?
Right. I mean, that definitely makes sense. You know, that's part of like, I don't know. What do you call
Don't
it?
get me wrong, a break is great, but at least for me, it might have been too much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you probably take round 4 off, and then round 5 you can play because you're already locked in at that point.
Right.
So I mean, just something for future reference. You know, maybe on that 5th round,
Yeah.
kind of knock the old rust off the gears, and get the wheel
Right.
in the sky to keep on turning. You know.
There you go. So after all, what is it? Every failure is just an opportunity for greater success.
Absolutely, dude. A, a gentleman and a scholar.
You know, I try to be either.
This dog's got the poetry.
Yeah. I'm so done with you. Let's see. We talked about the Winterbox. We talked about future events a little bit.
Yep.
We talked about the set champs today.
Yep.
I'm trying to think. Was there anything else that we wanted to cover tonight?
No,
at our wild off schedule late night edition of the Sunflounder Chronicles.
Right. Yeah. This is, guys. I cannot explain to you how mush my brain actually is right now. Like, I did a lot of thinking today.
Mm-hmm.
For those people who think that Jafar Wheel is an easy to play deck, it is not. It is you just shift Jafar and you sing Wheel. Oh gosh, if it was that easy. If it were that easy.
That'd be pretty neat.
I mean, it makes it easier that there's like Pete in the deck now, opposed to back in set 4. But it's it's interesting. But
well, I mean, if it were easy, everyone would do it.
Would they?
Sure.
I just yeah, sure.
Sure, why not?
I mean,
I think I read that somewhere.
I mean, you're not wrong. How many people were on Ruby Sapphire before the banning of Hiram? You know.
See, I was gonna try and make a joke about Steel Song, but I'm glad you went that way instead.
Well, I want to know your thoughts on Steel Song.
It's a good deck.
It's a good deck.
I'm just gonna keep repeating that with more and more of an exasperated voice.
I like it, but yeah, I think that is just about everything that we had on the docket for tonight.
Okay.
And what's up?
Oh, did you get? I sent you something. Sorry, I think I'm surprising you with this. Maybe I
Maybe.
sent you a couple others. Did I send you a slide that was just labeled top 8, and it had some percentages on it?
Yes. Do you want me to bring that up?
Sure, why not?
All right, here. Let
We
me.
can take a look at it.
Yeah, let me. Yeah, here. Hold on.
This will be a last little treat for everybody.
Sure. Here, keep him.
Might as well, right?
Yeah, keep him entertained while I go over this.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay, so a farmer, a priest,
Oh, I love
and
this.
a duck all walk into a bar.
Not a bar.
And I'm really hoping all walk into a gaming lounge.
There we go.
And I'm running out of any sort of thought as to where this potentially joke could even go. So
Oh, okay. Here you
they
go.
all had a great time, and they learned how to play Lorcana, and it was great.
3 guys. Oh, I mean, like, I guess you just say like 3 people walk into a bar, and the 4th one ducked.
Not into a bar.
Well, the 4th one ducked though.
Oh,
So
hey, that's funny.
Not a real bar.
Uh-huh.
All right, so here's that pie chart broken up with percentages here. Talk to me about what's going on in this picture.
Yeah. So this is I woke up a little bit earlier this morning than I had meant to.
Okay.
So I had some spare time.
Sure.
So I jumped over to one of our favorite websites in the whole wide world, Inkdex.
Shout out to them.
Inkdex.com.
Yeah, they do a great job. Shout out to them.
They do such a great job, and they have more data on there than anyone rightly needs. Except they don't. But that's just because you could always use more.
Right.
Always. But no, this here. So I was looking through a couple of the set champs that had already happened. It had happened yesterday, and they had already posted their decks. This specifically is sort of a breakdown of what I could find between, I think I looked at like 6 different set champs that happened that all had at least 20 players.
Okay.
And sort of seeing what the top 8 of those different, I started to call matches, but tournaments went to kind of see, sort of what is overall, kind of maybe a little bit of a larger breakdown. Hey, it's still pretty diverse.
Yeah, this meta.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah, this meta breakdown is pretty. It's pretty gorgeous, right? So
yeah,
we have Steel Song at 10 or at 26%. It is worth
right.
noting that we could, if we actually went in and we wanted to break this down further, some percent of that is going to be traditional songs, and the other percent of that is going to be Diggy Diggy Hole. So there are 2 different variations within that 26% that aren't quite the same deck. So that is definitely worth noting looking at this pie chart.
Right. Right. And that is definitely for sure. This is just a breakdown of colors. This is not at all trying to break down different archetypes or anything like that. That is that's more detailed than what I was willing to try and figure out this morning. But yeah, we've got right about a quarter of the top 8, right, is all amber steel. Once you get past that, I mean, the next 2 are Blurple and Amethyst Steel, both at 17%, and then Emerald Steel. Like, I mean, it's just, look at all those different colors.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful to see?
It's beautiful.
You've got an Amber Ruby in there.
Yeah.
Man, somebody pulled that off. A couple people still brought Blue Steel. Because that's what that 4% is. That's Sapphire Steel.
Right.
They're still running with it. They still believe.
Yeah, it's the what do you call it? The aggro version of Blue Steel is still very good, and
Mhm.
and Mufasa, I think Mufasa is just as good too. Maybe Mufasa got a little worse with Blurple coming up because Blurple plays 4 Hades, 4 Let It Goes in almost every list.
Sure.
But I mean, if you go wide, you can't target all of them.
Nope.
You know, so I'm honestly surprised that the Emerald Steel discard percentage is not higher. Because
that's interesting.
Yeah, that's what everybody was scared of after if you ban Hiram, discard's gonna be the big bad boogeyman.
Sure.
They were wrong. It's Steel Song.
Yep.
But I mean, but overall the meta is very healthy and no deck. Of course, some of your decks have bad matchups, but not all of your decks, or not everything, has an awful matchup. You know, it's like Amethyst Steel for the most part is 50-50 across all boards, and it just comes down to player skill, pilot level, and that sort of stuff.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah. To quote that excellent movie, Top Gun Maverick, man, it's not the plane, it's the pilot.
There it is. See? So it's like
there it is.
I think that's the way it is with most decks now. Like, yeah, there are some, like Jafar has not the greatest time against Amber Steel, but you know, you can't have good matchups into everything.
Right. Yeah. Nothing, you know, which is good.
Right.
You know, nothing should be universally great. That is when we get into oppressive decks.
That's when we get into situations where we're going into a top 16 cut. 15 of those 16 decks are Ruby Sapphire.
Yes.
That's what happens, guys. So it's like the Hiram ban, flatten that out real quick. And then now you have room for all this deck innovation. You know, you have room for decks like Emerald Steel to come back. You know, because it wasn't very good whenever Hiram was around. It's like you're going into like turn 4 and you're like, how many cards in your hand? And they're like, oh, I have 2. And you're like, double Sudden Chill. And they're like, oh, top deck Hiram, play it, draw 2 cards. Quest, draw 2 more cards. Nice strategy.
Yep.
Then they give you a solid one of these.
Nice discard, nerd.
Yeah. You know, in one of those. So, I mean, like, I am glad that discard is able to be played again. And I am glad that decks like, you know, Blurple, Blue Steel's not completely dead. But you know, but it's good to see decks like Amethyst Steel and Blurple being able to actually spread its wings a little bit. It's like I was a Blurple advocate for a long time, still am. Deck's great, and I'm glad that the deck is actually like on a competitive level playable.
Isn't that wild? Isn't it great?
Yeah, all you needed to do was just ban the best Sapphire card. You know, to where it's like,
well, hold on. The second best Sapphire card.
What's the first best?
Sardine Can is alive and well, my friend. Don't you even worry.
All right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play Sapphire. I'm gonna play Sardine Can just for you next weekend.
Hey, you know what? Bet.
But it's I love the meta. I think the meta's great. You know, it's annoying.
Yeah.
It's annoying, like trying to gauge the meta for set champs, and then you know, be absolutely wrong about it.
That's the thing. It's annoying being wrong.
But I made top 4.
Hey, you know what?
I got a promo.
Hey, you did great today. You played great today, man, and I'm proud of you.
Hey, thanks, Dad.
I'm proud to get to be on the same team as you.
Yeah.
To go, hey, that's my co-host.
Yeah.
Hey, you see that guy over there getting drowned by steel songs? That's my co-host.
Dude, Cruz sang so many songs in our match that it almost put me to sleep, man. He was just singing me to sleep. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It's like, shh, this will all be over soon. Oh man, it was great. Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah. It was a good time, and it's going to continue to be a good time. Yeah, I think that's everything for us for this week, right?
Yes, I do believe.
Unless you had any other surprises for me.
I did not actually.
Okay.
Actually, so, like always, make
Well,
sure
then let's start wrapping this up, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. So I do want to shout out Sunflower Lumineers. We showed up. We showed out this weekend. Making some very, making some top eights, top fours, and what have yous. I wanna, I want to shout you out. You played amazing today. It was great watching you play and doing well.
Thank you.
And shout out to Gabe, our teammate up by the Manhattan area.
Oh yeah.
He made first place yesterday with Christoph Dredge, which is
his Christoph thing.
He's really high on Christoph right now, guys. Like, I don't know what we got to do to convince you guys that it's a real thing.
We need to talk off mic, you and I.
Yeah.
We'll talk off mic. But yeah, it's been an amazing weekend. It's been a great weekend for Team Sunflower. It's been a great weekend of Lorcana, having fun, playing games. Like we're starting to say, the fun's going to continue on. We've got that announcement. Like we said, there's more news coming out tomorrow, Monday, from the Forbidden Mountain about the Pro Play Summit, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So be sure to tune in over there. Check out what they have to say.
Right.
Then on Tuesday, we've got the Lorecast.
Yep. We got all the cool
check
stuff.
that out.
Yep.
Brohammington's going to be active on Twitter. I'll be on Bluesky. Come fly the friendly skies. That's the whichever airline it is.
Right. Make sure you follow our page on Facebook too, guys. Make sure you find it Sunflower Lumineers on Facebook. It has this really cool looking logo on it. Make sure you go shoot that a follow. Also, I do want to remind you guys, as Set 8 comes out, use that TCG player affiliate link in that bottom right. It helps go towards everything that the team does. Helps bring you guys more content, this, that, and all the other stuff. And yeah, I mean, that's it from me.
Yeah, that was great. It's been great getting to hang with you. It's been great getting to hang with everybody in chat. Shout yourselves out if you're still here. Yeah, let's have a great week.
Absolutely. And if you have set champs coming up, go get them, Tigers.
That's right.
And that's going to be it from us. Give you guys a good hearty salute. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Brohammington just traded with 6 viewers.
Hey, thanks, Brohammington, my man.
Yeah.